Howdy folks, Jelly Green here. Hope you're all well. So for a little walk on the beach, figured, well, I saw something that I wanted to share with you. Now check out these evergreens. Okay, there's the number along the beach. And you see them here. And this is the soil they're in. My father pointed this out to me. If you notice how these lower leaves, lower branches, yeah, this is not normal on most evergreens, the branches like that, and that's how they get most of their moisture. And it's really beautiful, I believe, just how much they stretch, and it's the resilience. I mean, if I come up to the beach here, give you a little beach knowledge. Okay, you see all these lines here? The lowest line is the last tide, okay? I'll go down to it just to show you what I mean here. All these different lines are different tides. So the tide comes in and out. 6 hours-ish out, 6 hours-ish in here, where I'm at. They're the highest tides in the world. So this is the last tide, this line right here. So I tell you what, if you come camping on the beach, there's a little knowledge for you right there. Camp above that line, okay? Now, as I said, this is a different tide line. Different one, right? And it ebbs and flows with the moon. This is the highest one, like this stuff up here, probably in the winter time or a big storm. So yeah, there's a little beach knowledge for you. Now in terms of this whole resilience thing, I mean, just think it's incredible how these persist in this environment. And humans are very adaptable creatures too. I'm just gonna give you a little pan around. I just wanted to share a little bit about my father. You know, he's very much an inspiration to me. He was an adventurer. He was very safe about it too. That was very important to him. It was the safety. He had all these rules of three. I'll share them with you at some time. But I guess I want to talk about, you know, the largest growing demographic, according to the Pew Research Council. I'll try to remember to link that in the description, is spiritual, not religious, right? And, well, right, this is what the research shows. And, you know, I'm just some guy, remember, just some guy. I encourage you to do your own research. But in terms of reading through various world religions, and I'm based in Canada, and North America is quite Christian. You know, this is spiritual, not religious, but in terms of the Christian tradition, it's the Our Father, even though, I'll say this right now, the male pronouns, as I understand it, is a linguistic construct, right? God's genderless. And the idea of Christianity, you know, Jesus, the new covenant, the New Testament, is that he took this debt upon himself. And all you need to do is accept this forgiveness, this love. It's always there for you. And, you know, I think that's something that I can get behind. To believe that somebody, somewhere loves you just for who you are. But, you know, I believe that my father would truly, you know, not that he would like everything that I do, but he would love me, you know, and he would support me and encourage me on my path. And that's something really powerful to have, because he passed away a few years ago, very suddenly, in fact. And, I miss them all the time. But this is the thing, is when somebody, well, this is a thing. This is one of many things, but this is something that really helps me. These bushes here are rose bushes. I believe so. Anyway, there's all sorts of different, yeah, these are rose bushes. Wild rose. So yeah, there's a lot of pain when it comes to grief, but when you push through that pain, there's a lot of beauty on the other side. And when it comes to my father, this is why I play Three Little Birds every time. I have this link between that memory and his records that he had put on cassette. That's one of the first album I remember listening to from front to back. So where you get the skipping rocks to skip on the water. You have to come to the top of the beach here. And so it's never too late to have a relationship with somebody after they pass on. I can, if I push through the pain of grief, and that pain, it will always be there. And it's a sign of the love that you have, right? That pain wouldn't be there if you didn't have that love. But when I push that on the other side is this beautiful connection. So when I'm out here today, those trees that I showed you, right? I can close my eyes, I can imagine my father with me. When I look up at the stars, when I'm out on the water, when I'm on the beach like this, all of my best childhood memories, truthfully, most of them anyway, many of them, why don't I say it that way, include him, include these moments of just going out and having fun. Just going out and being outside, making your own fun. And so that's again where, in terms of what I'm doing, I feel that. And that belief is, I'll say it, it's stronger in some ways than God. To have somebody tangible that you think believes in you. Now, I'll use language of the Christian tradition. It's the Holy Spirit, right? That's God within you. And like Christianity, it's a language, right? And I'm trying to use the common language that most people would understand that might actually watch this video at this point. Is the Holy Spirit within acting through us, right? And so, to be honest with you, I'm just talking. I'll say that right now. But, yeah, well, I think that's part of that sense of connection. That's what I feel for my spiritual health, is that connection. And what I was going to say, now I remember, is a belief in someone external. In this case, for me, it's somebody who's passed on. Having somebody living that you truly think believes in you external, but you can find that within. And that's truly where it's going to come from. But when it comes to ourselves, I've been there for every one of my worst days. Every one of them. But I've also been there for every one of my best days. And that's something that I got to remember, right? I've been there for every one of my best days. And that's, again, the idea of the spiritual self, for me, right? Is that perfect person. It's the person within all of us that we glimpse of that perfect person. I heard somebody say that the spiritual sickness is the inability to live by one's values. I really, really love that. And so, yeah, it's feeling that sense of connection, finding it within, believing in oneself. Again, you can love yourself even though you don't like everything you do, everything you've done. You can love another person. And I believe that's what true love is. In a sense, is the ability to love someone despite not liking everything they do. It's this negotiation of faults, to use that business-like language. Anyway, love y'all. Peace.